And we begin tonight with a Fox 5 exclusive on a story our I-Team has followed for more than a year now. There is a major shakeup going on at the Georgia Department of Insurance. Georgia's new Insurance Commissioner John King has asked the entire board of directors of the Georgia Underwriting Association to resign.
Yeah, according to a federal indictment, former Insurance Commissioner Jim Beck stole more than $2 million from Georgia Underwriters Association while he was running the company. Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell has this exclusive interview and says King wants to start fresh with new leadership. Dale?
Tonight, John King has been a police chief and a military commander in combat. He comes to this new job with no experience in insurance, but plenty of ideas on how to rebuild an organization he calls stagnant.
I'm asking for the board of directors to resign.
Insurance Commissioner John King has led Georgia National Guard combat troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. He says asking the Georgia Underwriting Association Board of Directors to step down so he can start fresh was no problem. What if they say no?
I'll thank them for their service.
The Georgia Underwriting Association, or GUA, is an insurance company created by the legislature for Georgians who can't find insurance anywhere else. This is the same organization that former Insurance Commissioner Jim Beck is accused of stealing $2 million from.
He's alleged to have perpetrated a fraud for 5 years involving his closest associates and his family members.
In May, a federal grand jury indicted Beck on 38 counts of mail fraud, wire fraud, and money laundering. The indictment alleges Beck set up a web of companies with friends and fraudulently billed GUA more than $2 million. Governor Kemp suspended Beck and appointed John King as new commissioner. Beck pleaded not guilty to the charges.
Those were one of the first tasks that the governor's asked me to work really hard to reestablish that confidence in the public of Georgia in this agency, in the leadership of this agency.
King, a former police chief of Doraville and a major general in the Georgia National Guard, comes to the job with no background in insurance, but a sharp eye for potential trouble.
Looking at, some of the folks that got brought in that probably have no business in government service.
King has fired some people, reassigned others. He plans to examine GUA's operations and financial stability. But he's not going to investigate a now 2-year-old arson of a property owned by GUA's former director, Jim Beck.
Do you have a suspect? I don't, actually.
Earlier, the I-Team reported on a number of troubling issues involving the arson of a Carrollton property owned by Jim Beck and insured by GUA. The I-Team obtained a copy of Beck's insurance application that showed some 2 weeks before the arson, Beck nearly doubled his insurance coverage from $95,000 to $186,000. Beck told us it was because of renovations he was doing.
If you have an unfinished basement in your home and you finish it, you're really under an obligation to tell the insurance company you've done it because you've materially changed what they're insuring.
An internal memo written by the insurance department lawyer at the time, obtained by the I-Team, stated, "We are concerned the insurance could have been obtained under false pretenses, and GUA did not report suspected insurance fraud."
The allegations are disturbing. I mean, just the way that the case rolled out.
King says his fire marshal's office by law can't investigate the arson unless they're requested to do so. He believes the Carroll County District Attorney and the FBI know the facts we've reported.
I'm pretty sure that they're aware of those circumstances.
Yet Beck could return to his old job if he's found not guilty. King says he'll be ready. Would you run against him?
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind I will run against him.
Why?
Because I see the need. This agency touches so many Georgians in so many ways that they deserve an ethical, moral leader that does the right thing every day.
Now, Commissioner King's letter asking for the resignation of those 12 GUA board members went out this morning. King plans on shaking things up a bit, saying he will talk to people from all walks of life to find who will be the best fit for the future new board. Dale Russell, Fox 5 News. Russ and A.
All right.